Yo, what's up, guys? What a transfer deadline day for Milan today. My God, Milan signing three players today: Joao Felix, Ricardo Sotil, and Warren Bondo. Now, obviously, we had some departures today. Of course, we had Esma Benacer, Noah Okafor leaving, and Kevin Zaroli leaving the club today. But first, let's talk about the signings that Milan made today. Now, obviously, the first big signing of today was Joao Felix from Chelsea. Milan getting Joao Felix from Chelsea on a 6-month loan deal, guys. No option to buy. Milan covering Joao Felix's full salary. And, guys, I have to say this is a very good signing for Milan, guys. You're getting a player in Joao Felix that who I think is very creative, something that Milan do not have in this team right now currently, that can play in the number 10 role, someone who can break the lines, put in good through balls. You know, he has great chemistry with Rafa Leao. You know, Sergio Conceição really wanted Joao Felix into the team. You know, Joao Felix has not been able to get comfortable into a squad, guys. You know, Joao Felix, after making that massive 130 million euro move to Atletico Madrid after having that sensational season as an 18-year-old at Benfica where he had 15 goals and 7 assists. He had really struggled at Atletico Madrid for 4 years, guys. Then he moved to Chelsea. Then he moved to Barcelona. Then he went back to Chelsea, guys. You know, the kid's been going back and forth a lot. And he's only 25 years old. So he's really young, has a lot of potential to still grow as a player. Like I said, Conceição really wanted him on the squad, guys. So Joao Felix will help this team right away, guys. I'm hoping that he'll start on Wednesday for Roma. Conceição called him 5 minutes after landing into Milan, telling him he needs him right away for training. So big things for Milan coming up, guys. Hopefully this kid can be a big factor for Milan, guys, these next 6 months. We're really going to need him to help the squad get creative right away. Hopefully Conceição can get him acclimatized to the team right away, guys. You know, so it would be a really big benefit if Joao Felix can help this team. Maybe Milan renegotiates with him in the summer. You know, maybe Chelsea's willing to sell him. You know, Joao Felix, guys, unfortunately, like I said, he hasn't had greatest of tenures with certain clubs. You know, his best year, like I said, was 15 goals at Benfica. So maybe he can regain some form, maybe score some more goals, get some more assists. You know, the chemistry with Leao is absolutely going to be massive for him, guys, getting comfortable with the team. But I really, really like the signing by Joao Felix to Milan, guys, on a 6-month dry loan. Now, the other signing that Milan made today was Warren Bondo from Monza. Warren Bondo's coming from Monza, guys, in a permanent deal, 10 million euros, guys, 2 million in bonuses as well. So he's replacing Benacer, who's obviously heading to Marseille. And listen, guys, Bondo, Milan have been wanting him for the last few years. He's a young player, 21 years old, holding midfielder. Milan got him for depth, obviously, of course. You know, help Fofana and Reinders, maybe give them a break here and there would be absolutely huge for them because they've been playing consistently all year, of course. So Bondo, guys, he's young. He can develop still as a young player. I'll never forget that goal he scored against Milan last year when Monza beat Milan 4-2. He scored a beautiful curling goal. So he has a lot, guys, as a young talent. He can improve us a lot more. He can bring a lot to the team, guys, with his strength. You know, maybe, like I said, give Fofana and Reinders a break here and there. Maybe he'll start on Wednesday. Maybe give Reinders a break, Fofana, and maybe him can start. Who knows, right, guys? But very good signing by Milan. It's a cheap deal. You know, it's not a high-risk signing. You know, like I said, young player who can still develop. So it's a really good move by Milan to get a young player like this into the squad and add more depth to the team because obviously guys like Ruben Loftus-Cheek are unreliable. Benacer was unreliable at times, of course, until they got back from injury. So I like the signing for Warren Bondo as a depth piece by Milan. Now, the third and final signing from today was Ricardo Sotil from Fiorentina, 1 million loan, guys, with an option to buy him for 11 million euros at the end of the season, guys. Now, obviously, Sotil, guys, hasn't had the most goal-scoring touch as of late. Of course, Sotil broke his clavicle back in May in the Conference League semifinal. Hasn't been able to regain his form much. In 18 games played, he has 1 goal for Fiorentina, guys. You know, he's been at Fiorentina for 6 years. Doesn't have many goals with Fiorentina. He's got like 6 goals with Fiorentina in the last 6 years. So Milan, I don't think are buying him to score goals mainly. I think Milan are going to buy him, grabbing him for a depth piece. You know, maybe coming off the bench if Milan are defending a lead. He can give them some energy. You know, after especially what I saw from Chukwueze yesterday coming off the bench and doing a horrendous job, man-marking Zalewski at the end of the game and ball-watching instead of taking a man in the box there. So I bet you Conceição told Milan, get me another winger, somebody who can come in, maybe give them a little bit more energy off the bench, maybe a little bit more defensively responsible than someone like Chikwueze, who was possibly gone, but not enough time in the transfer deadline day to get rid of Chikwueze, so he stays at the club. But I like the depth piece of getting Sotil. He's an Italian. Maybe he wants to prove himself at a big club. Maybe he'll work hard. Maybe try to get a permanent move at the club. Maybe get some goals off the bench. It would be a really positive thing if he can come in and get some goals for the club, guys. But I like the signing. He's only 25 years old as well. He's a young player, same age as Joao Felix. So he can maybe make an impact, guys, off the bench like Noah Okafor did. So, and speaking of Noah Okafor, guys, you got him going to Napoli on a €2 million loan, guys, with an option to buy him for €23 million. We obviously know that Noah Okafor had the failed move to Red Bull Leipzig, right, because he was overweight and all this stuff. He came into the game against Zagreb. He had that horrendous shot there. Okafor doesn't look in shape. He's out of form. He had some good moments for Milan, guys, coming off the bench, scoring some goals. That Udinese winner he scored last year, he came off the bench at the beginning of the year to score the tying goal against Torino. So he's had some really good moments at Milan, guys, but unfortunately, Noah Okafor has had injuries derail him, keeping him off the field. He's not been able to get in form. The opportunities that Fonseca gave him at the club when he was coaching them, starting games, didn't make an impact. So it was a failed move for Noah Okafor here at Milan, guys. It just did not work out for him as a backup option to Leao. When he did get his opportunities, didn't take advantage of them. Getting injured, especially that one time he got injured doing a celebration. Just too many unfortunate situations for Noah Okafor at the club, guys. Like I said as well with the failed move to Leipzig. So maybe Napoli, Conte will get him whipped into shape, maybe get him back into form. Who knows? If Milan can get some money for Noah Okafor, they'd be making a profit off of him. So it's a good move for Milan to get rid of Noah Okafor. That's why you bring in a guy like Joao Felix in. So I think it's the right move for both the player and the club to just move on now, guys. But now is the other departure, guys, probably the more difficult departure between the two. Obviously, we lost Ismail Benacer, who's going to Olympique Marseille for a couple million loan deal, guys. 12 million loan option to buy him at the end of the year, and then 3 million add-ons on top of it, guys. So Benacer, who had over 130 appearances at the club, guys, in Serie A, finally leaves the club after Milan bought him in 2019, winning a couple of trophies, obviously the big Scudetto in the 21-22 season. You had him winning the Super Cup at the beginning of January, of course, with the club. And, guys, Benacer has had some great moments with this team. He was very reliable at times, especially when him, Tonali, and Kessie in that Scudetto season, rotating between the three of them. They were always being able to stay healthy. One could stay on the bench, one could come off the bench. Benacer had some great goals scored, especially the Napoli game in the Champions League, the one against Cagliari with the half volley. It was beautiful moments by Benacer. Heart and soul guy, loved everything about the club, but he wanted to clearly make the move to France. He was the one forcing the move. He spoke to De Zerbi, spoke to Benatia, who works at the club now. So, unfortunately, guys, Benacer's injuries derailed him at the club. A lot of opportunities Benacer had, but unfortunately, he had 2 long-term injuries, guys. Injuries that really hurt him and his tenure at Milan. Who knows if he was able to stay healthy, maybe still be at the club. After Ibra had stated that he would be like a new signing, he leaves the new journey in France. But listen, guys, nothing but respect for Ismail Benacer. Loved the player, loved what he did for the club. But like I said, same thing with Okafor. It was just probably time for a separation. That's why you bring in a younger player like Warren Bondo in. Now you also got Kevin Zaroli going to Monza for 6 months. Good for the young kid. He can go to the club there, get some experience, get some playing time. Hopefully he develops there, and then Milan grab him in 6 months again, guys, when he returns to the club after the loan. And hopefully he has developed more as a player. But it's a very good move for Kevin Zaroli to go to Monza for 6 months. But now the window is closed, guys. I would probably say give the January transfer window an 8 out of 10 rating, guys. Milan did a really good job this window, getting rid of some deadwood guys like Morata, Calabria, Okafor, and brought in some upgrades like Jimenez, Walker, of course. Absolutely big, guys. Joao Felix. These are improvements, guys, for the team. They will make Milan better. It's Conceição's job now to get the team right, get them playing better again. They played well yesterday against Inter. Unfortunately, we didn't get the result we wanted. But Milan need to start getting some points in Serie A consistently, guys. String along some wins now. hopefully get into the next round of the Champions League, beat Feyenoord, get Jimenez, get Felix, get Bonto involved immediately. Walker already made a great impression in the derby yesterday, guys. Milan play on Wednesday against Roma, so you wouldn't be surprised if you see some new signings possibly starting in that game against Roma. But listen, Milan's management, they've done the due diligence after the disastrous summer transfer window, guys. So now it is up to the club and the players to get back into the top four, and hopefully Milan, guys, get back there and maybe make Champions League for next year. But guys, that's it for this video today. Thank you very much for watching. As always, guys, like this video. Subscribe if you guys want to see more content. Forza Milan sempre, guys. And remember, if you do not watch sports, you're a more. Ciao, guys.